Hi, everyone. First of all, thank you guys for coming. This is my first time at an art event. Some of you guys might know Tokengate because our CEO and founder is Ralph, also the CEO and founder of Crypto Oasis, so it's all in the family. But before I give you a quick introduction on what Tokengate is, what we do, I first wanted to just give some education, some interesting pieces that we've seen in the market, because I don't like coming up on stage and just talking about our project. I think that's kind of boring. So I'll get this clicker. So one of the most interesting things that I found out today when researching for this is that the UAE ranks 7th in Google searches for the words NFT or anything NFT related. So clearly we're doing something right here in this region. So that's I think that's a pretty jarring statistic, considering, and it's from non-fungible.com, so pretty good source. Considering the US is 12th, I think that's pretty surprising. So now that we're in a space that's very populated with NFTs, we see two types of NFT projects that we see a lot at Tokengate. We see on the left the money grabs, and on the right we see the longer term projects, right? I think a lot of us are familiar with the money grabs, selling at super high prices, no roadmap, terrible community, very toxic. And then you see on the right the projects that have an accessible price point, marketing to a broad community. And ultimately the most important part is you're doing something that was previously not possible without NFTs. I think that's the key. We see a lot of projects that just come out because it's a cool marketing stunt. At the end of the day, if you are not being interoperable with other Web3 applications, then what is the point, right? We're here to ultimately link into Web3, utilize its power, and bring long-term holders purchasing, or we want long-term holders purchasing for brand equity. That's ultimately what we're trying to do with this. So, to prove this point, that some of the best long-term projects actually drop with these smaller valuations and work for the long term, is this interesting data here. You'll see that performance since mint is much, much higher the lower the drop price, the primary sale. As you can see this chart on the left, it goes way up at the start, which is where projects drop at a lower amount, which is interesting. And the same thing here, the projects that are traded the most on the secondary market are the ones that were originally dropped for the lowest price, right? I mean, it's not a huge correlation, but you can see it here on the left side of the right chart. We think this is a big deal. And these kinds of things should be looked at when you want to launch your NFT project, right? You want community to come in, you want the most value, and you want the most long-term value for your project. So now that you're trying to launch a serious project, we know you're not trying to launch a money grab or anything like that. What are the questions that you need to answer? How can I build a long-term roadmap? How can I build a solid community? How can I market my project? How do I create value? What should I sell it at? What's the supply? I mean, there's literally a million questions that you have to ask yourself during an NFT project. And our project, Tokengate, provides both advisory and the technology for you to launch your NFT project. So we have 3 pillars here. We have advisory, which is, I can see now the formatting got shifted on PowerPoint, but that's fine, doesn't matter. We have advisory, so again, answering the difficult questions that you saw on the other slide. That's one part of it in project management. We operate 2 marketplaces. One is Tokengate Art. This is a focus on Metaverse, gaming, NFTs, collectibles. And we have Elementum, which is a marketplace specifically for fine art. Both of these marketplaces are powered by the Tokengate platform. The Tokengate platform is white labeled, so anybody that wants to issue their own NFT project or have an NFT marketplace can utilize the white label solution that we have. So, what are the value adds of this white labeled marketplace? And I think this is something that's overlooked. In the most recent drop that we did with a project I'll tell you a little bit about tonight called Bayer Watches, we saw that 95% of the people who bought with fiat and credit card, which is pretty glaring statistic, I think, in my mind. So there's still a huge need to bring the traditional world into the world that we're living in now. And one of our value adds is the most user-friendly experience. You do not need a crypto wallet, or you do not need any crypto prior to buying an NFT on Tokengate Art or Elementum. You visit the marketplace, you select the project, and you can buy the NFT directly. The NFT is held by the platform, and later if you want the NFT, you can withdraw it to your own wallet, and there's no problem there. So the ability for someone who's never heard of an NFT before to go on and see a familiar experience is super important. So now that we're part of the night where I'm going to talk about the projects that we're doing and some examples, we talked about white labeling and we talked about marketplaces. This is the most recent drop that we have on Tokengate art. I just wanted to give a quick showcase of it. It's called Bayer Watches, and basically it is the oldest watch brand in Switzerland, and they are coming out with Metaverse watches to put on your avatars. So I think that's pretty interesting. And this is dropped on the Tokengate.art marketplace. It's live right now. The last sale, which happened 2 weeks ago, sold out in 6 minutes. So we were pretty happy with that. Yeah. So yeah, we have this project here. This is the example of listing on the marketplace. This is live. And the second one is the white label example, which is another project that's in-house for Tokengate called Snow Cache, which is a Metaverse exhibition, so exploring the history of the Metaverse. The first drop as part of this exhibition is called the Seventh Portal Voice Gems. I don't know if many of you are familiar with Stan Lee, but he was the creator of Marvel Comics. He created the first webisode in history called Seventh Portal. It was a story about superheroes, and they were exploring the Metaverse. And it was the first time in history that the term Metaverse was used in a TV show in such a way. So that's Seventh Portal. The Voice Gems is created by Harry F. and Trung Bao. Basically, this is an AI way to take frequencies and transform them into these gems you see here. So they take the frequency, and they are able to create different unique shapes based on the sound that's input. We combined these two things and created this, which is the Stan Lee Voice Gem, which is the first episode of Seventh Portal. So this is the voice of Stan Lee in the first episode, talking about the Metaverse.
This universe we inhabit is merely one of many in the vast multiverse. Each exists in its own dimension, where time and space interact with infinite possibilities.
This is an example of Tokengate white labeling.
This universe we inhabit is merely one of many in the vast multiverse. Each exists in its own dimension, where time and space interact with infinite possibilities.
Yep. This was released, this voice is in, I believe, the year 2000. So this is very early on and when we are exploring the concept of the Metaverse. So this is definitely a piece of digital art history. But like I said, this is the example of what we would do for a white label client on Tokengate. That's all I have for you guys tonight. Yeah.